So I'm back with Jerry, Hispanic Jerry, Mexican Jerry, and this is the co-main event. This is a super flyweight boxing. Po Denman, who we've seen before on Potion Fight Night, and Fani Peloumpi. Hopefully I said your last name right. And Po is Thai, and Fani is Greek. That's pretty cool. Fani's had 92 pro Muay Thai fights. Wow. She's 79 wins, 32 losses, 1 draw. That's a lot of fights. So 112 fights total. Po has had 10 fights, and she's had 8 wins, 2 losses. So there's an experience differential. But Po's part of the Denman camp, so the Denman seem to be a formidable team here. So, and this is a boxing match too, so Po's got her right hand closer to her face now. Last time she kept paying for that. She was fighting Marie last time, and Marie kept hitting her. So Po's hands are closer, right hand's closer to her face now. And you see, look at the difference between guard that Fani has, which is Po. So the ref is in the way. I guess you see that was a good body jab. You got your head off center line. Po's throwing a body jab too, but her right hand left her face, which is not the best form. So, that was good. So this is almost more like a fencing kind of right now what they're doing. Just fencing, which is fine. You can start out with the jab slowly. Yeah, it's very fencing like. But I can't say I'm much better. I usually only hit people with jabs, and then when people hit me with hooks, I cry. So. I mean, the hardest I've been hit, I think, was with a hook. I mean, you got hit with a cross once that dazed you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I think, I don't know, hooks, it's just something about
those things.
Yeah, exactly. You see. And, yeah. Another thing to notice is, whew! Okay, that was wild.
Fani's just picking her moments.
Yeah, exactly. Fani's more shoulder off. I think Po's much more bladed. There's a little bit of difference in how they say, "Ooh, that was a great punch that Fani landed on." Oh, it's so funny. This is kind of like how when I spar, I kind of pick my shots too. If someone bull rushes me or whatever, I don't do well. So that's how you beat Jerry in sparring. You bull rush him, and he usually cries. That was good. Good head movement by Po. The one thing is, if you notice, Fani, when she feints, she gets both of Po's hands to react. So Fani could probably capitalize on that. Also, when Po parries with her right, her hands leave her face too much. She doesn't need to leave too much. So those are two kind of things that Fani could exploit. There's a little wild flailing in Po's arms sometimes, but she's not as experienced as Fani, so those habits will leave as she keeps training. Ooh! Little hook exited from the little clinch they had. Both trading jabs. Hey ref, maybe it's time for you to... Yeah, exactly. That ref's standing very far. He's like, I don't want to get hit by them. I might get knocked out too. So that was the end of the first round. Well, that's a quick round. I think if this is co-main event, this might be 5 rounds, I believe. So it might be a longer fight. So that was a good head movement by Po. I noticed that. She did turn her back, but in this case, it's okay. So both of them are going to the body and the head, which is better than some of the other fights we've seen. While we're at it, guys, you are watching CFC, and this is also a collaboration with thedojo.com. So go check out the dojo. I'm Jerry, and this is the 2 Jerrys for Fight Commentary Breakdowns.
Hispanic Jerry.
Hispanic Jerry, Asian Jerry. And you can find us on the dojo in addition to on Fight Commentary Breakdowns. I don't know how many of you watch our channel, but you find us on Fight Commentary Breakdowns on Facebook, YouTube, etc., and on the dojo. And you'll find more CFC stuff on the dojo, so definitely check it all out. Also, Allie's Barbecue sponsored the corner makes me a little hungry. We're here commentating from California, so a lot of good Mexican food here. Oh, there's a lot of good barbecue places too. There's a really good barbecue place in Culver City. Okay, enough about food. Back to the fights. So
Fani has the height advantage, doesn't she?
She definitely has
But
a height.
she's shrinking herself into her stance, and I think Po's doing the same.
Yeah.
If Po can just stand up straight
A
and
little bit, huh?
just guard herself.
Guard
but
herself
not,
a little
not
more.
shrink
Yeah.
down. She might be able to capitalize on a few overhooks. And
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There it is. Wow. I get it why Po's hands are like that, but knowing that she's paid a few times for her hands not being attached to her chin, and it happened last fight too. But if you have your hands there, lowered, it's a little more deceptive. Woohoo!
She ate
Fani
something
definitely
there.
won this exchange. Po's got a little overhook on Fani. Also, we've talked about this before, but the lighting is not very conducive. Certain angles, if you don't look, you're gonna blind yourself. So, if some fighters could probably take advantage of this, position yourself so the other person's facing the blinding light. That was good.
Both of them looked angle.
Yeah,
Look for an opening.
Yeah, definitely. Also, if I were Po, I would put my jab hand a little higher, especially because, like you said, Fani's shrinking. Yeah, she's really tight, right? If your jab hand's a little higher, you can plant your jab at her face more. Po's jab hand's so low. There we go. I mean, with your hand being so low, it's harder for her to see when you jab, right? But oh, great cross. Fani's great with the combos right now. He's there. He looked down. He's like, that's one thing. Sometimes I practice. I try to not look where I'm hitting. It's much easier said than done.
She lost balance with that one.
Yeah, that's a bad habit that I think Po has. Even though she has head movement, she keeps giving her back when she's doing the slipping and the rolling and the whatever, all the other terms. So far, I think Fani's winning this. Okay, she got a Playboy sports bra. Huh. I think we need to reach out to Playboy. Give us some sponsorship.
Hey, maybe she has an OnlyFans account.
Maybe, huh? Yeah, you never know. I mean, previous Full Metal Dojos, they actually got sponsored by Cam Soda, so wouldn't be a thing to not reach out to OnlyFans or stuff like that. So, end of the second round, I think Fani definitely took this. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. So, Po's down by 2 rounds now. Oof.
Fani's had more combos, and she's picked her moments to go in.
Yeah. And part of the reason why Po ate so many shots during that first exchange we saw was because Po's hands were not close to her face. If her hands were closer to her face, instead of getting tangled, just hold it in, just be tight. You might take a few shots, but your gloves are also going to help absorb some of that impact. So, a good lesson we're learning.
And Po's very static too throughout the whole fight. She's just standing in one place, bouncing up and down.
Yeah.
She needs to angle out more. That's making it easy for Fani to pick the moments to go in.
Definitely. And Po, of course, part of the Denman camp. She is... Oh, she's done lethwei too. Po's done boxing, Muay Thai, and lethwei. And she's actually done the first female bare knuckle, first Thai female bare knuckle fight, which is pretty cool. And Fani's had a lot of accolades. We'll read off later. She's got a lot of... So you could kind of say this might be a little bit of a mismatch. Fani might have a lot more experience. So, hey, sometimes you never want to underestimate the underdog.
Well, she has a lot more professional experience or
exactly.
semi-pro experience, but Po, I mean, she's done lethwei and she's been like pioneering bare knuckle fights and stuff. She should be able to carry her weight.
Yeah, exactly. Po's almost doing like a Philly shell now, you notice. I mean, a lot of times when you start getting tired, a Philly shell is a natural thing to do, right? Because one of your hands don't have to stay up. At least that's me when I get tired. So when Jerry switches to a Philly shell, if you spar him, you know he's getting tired. I'm giving away ways to beat me, but you can beat me easily, so it's not like a secret.
But I don't think the Philly shell is a good idea for Po because of the height advantage.
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, exactly. One of the weaknesses of the Philly shells, they can come from the top and hit you from above, right? Exactly. So if you got lightning reflexes or you're taller, then Philly shell works. Yeah. The camera's tripping me out because from this angle, Po looks bigger. And she looks taller. So I don't know if it's a trick of the camera or something. Oh, that was a great little hook or maybe it was a right that Fani landed. Ref keeps blocking. See, dude. Oh, that was look at that.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, gorgeous head to the body, etc. So Po's definitely lost this round. Yeah, you gotta follow up. She's flicked the jab a few times, but you gotta follow up with other strikes. In general, just combos. And I think part of just having more experience is that combos are more of your muscle memory. I hesitated there with the right. That was a good little head movement by Fani. Fani is dropping her right now sometimes when she strikes. So, Po could probably take advantage of that. See how bright the lights are, dude?
Po almost took away.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
So they're both orthodox, right? So some strategies and kind of the angles they can do. I'm thinking about right now.
They're both too static right now.
It's so funny. The way they're fighting is kind of how I spar with some people. Like I see a lot of like uncanniness in me. That was a good connection that Po did, but Po landed way more strikes in this. Hopefully we'll see that beautiful moment where she did the head and she landed in the body later. Nope, they didn't show that. Cool. Yeah, this is I believe this is 5 rounds. So no, this is not 5 rounds. This is 3 rounds. Honestly, it was a pretty exciting fight. I forgot how many rounds have passed, so it might be the end. Good little display of friendship and camaraderie and professionalism after the fight. I wonder if they speak in Thai or they speak in English. Or they speak in Greek. Or, surprise us. Maybe they speak in Latin or something to each other. There's like a fighter language that we don't know. I mean, the fighter... Oh, it's a draw. I disagree with that. I think Fani won. Yeah, so I disagree with that decision.